Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Racha Kodash. Yahweh is the true name of Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is the true name of the Heavenly Father's Son, the Son of Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from, and peace and blessings goes to the hopeful members of the elect, my brothers that are out in the highways pushing his word and his truth in sincerity. I'm the brother Isaiah from GMS Los Angeles, and in today's lesson, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha Kodash. But in today's lesson, I like to go into, I will smite Egypt as plagues as before. Now today, over there in Chile, you had a nationwide power outage, power cut that leaves 19 million in darkness. Passengers freed from roller coasters and subway trains, as local says nothing in the country is working. All right, and the same thing is happening recently in Cuba. Now it's happening in Chile. All right, the whole country being in darkness. And these things that you see going on around the world, darkness, war, famine, death, and destruction, best believe all this is coming to America real soon. All right, these people here in America have no clue what's coming. All right, but this is why Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai has his prophets to warn them of the pending doom and the pending miseries that's about to come to this place. All right, because being without power, being in darkness is no joke. All right, it's really no joke, man. Having nothing working is no joke. And a good documentary to watch is if you brothers, I don't know if it's still on YouTube, but I remember watching this documentary on National Geographic called American Blackout. Right, which shows you that a blackout that came across America and the chaos that ensues over that. The chaos that came from that, man. You had people stuck in elevators. You had people robbing each other. You had people killing each other. People fighting over the last food and property and all that, man. You had a lot of chaos, because chaos when this darkness comes upon here in America, best believe there's gonna be a lot of chaos that's gonna ensue because of it, man. All right, so let's read a little bit of this article. All right, this is part of measuring the time diligently. This is part of watching, keeping our eyes open, knowing what's going on around us. We're not like these careless people out here, man, because the scriptures speak of it. Let me see if you get this in Slack you. I'm trying to get this scripture careless. I believe it's in Nahum, if I'm not mistaken, careless city. Let me type. If I can't find it, it's all good. I'll just roughly paraphrase it. Forgive me, brother. Zephaniah, the 3rd chapter. It might be this one. Oh, there it is. So it's the second chapter. All right. Salakia. This is the book of, this is what I wanted, the water to Yahweh Bashim Yashai. I found it. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 15. It says, this is the rejoicing city that dwelt carelessly, right? And this city is referring to America. All right. These people here in America dwelt carelessly. All right. They're not watching. They're not paying attention to what's coming, what's happening around them. They're not considering that what's happening around them could come here because they think that this is, they know that they're in America. This is a great country. They can't see what's happening around the world to ever come here, man. All right. It says, this is the rejoicing city that dwelt carelessly, that said in her heart, I am, and there's none beside me. How she become a desolation, a place for beasts to lie down in. Everyone that passes by her shall hiss and wag his hand, because eventually America's going to be destroyed. All right, but before it's destroyed by nuclear missiles, all right, it's going to go out violently, man. You're going to have a lot of chaos. You're going to have a lot of uproars. You're going to have, the scriptures speak of, wars, nation fighting against nation, kingdom against kingdom. All right, scriptures speak of, martial law. One should desire to go into the city and should not be able to. The scriptures speak of great miseries coming upon this place, man, because it dwelleth in great pride. All right. The scriptures speak of famine, pestilence, death, and destruction that's coming here in Babylon. All right. And you're going to have the ultimate plague, which is the nuclear missile. All right. That's going to be the cherry on top. And let's not forget, as well as the chariots. Okay. When our Lord Yahweh Shai returns with his holy angels, they're going to come and they're going to set fire to this place as well. All right, but let's read a little bit of this article. Like I said, it says Chile has declared a state of emergency after a nation power cut left 19 million people in darkness. All right, so just imagine, all right, everyone here in America is left without power. Here everyone's comfortable. Everyone's used to a life like this. But what happens when it changes dramatically, which it is going to change dramatically? All right, it says a curfew has been enforced across much of the country, including in the capital, Santiago, until 6 a.m. on Wednesday morning. Why? Why is a curfew has been enforced? All right, because they know that people are going to get wild, man. You're going to have people that can take advantage in a time like this. All right, so how much more in America? All right, how you have all these niggas that's going to take advantage if America loses all its power, goes into complete darkness. You're gonna have a lot of chaos, man. Just like I said, if you haven't watched the American Blackout, it basically shows you everything, man. You'll see a little glimpse, a little taste of what could happen if a blackout were to happen all across of America. You won't be able to turn the power on to your house. You won't be able to know when the light's green or red. You won't be able to do anything, man. Especially see at night. All right. Best believe the people are gonna run to the grocery stores and they're gonna grab as many flashlights, batteries, all right, lamps, candles, all right, generators, all at the last minute. Because people are not expecting a blackout to come wipe out. Blackout or darkness to come all across America. All right. It says the blackout, which left 98% of population without electricity, caused traffic chaos as streetlights went dark. Right. Same thing will happen in America now. I'm going to quote it again. American blackout. You had a lot of car accidents because people don't know how to drive. People don't know that when a light does not work, you treat it as a stop sign. All right. It says, while subway trains stopped working and you have people stuck in subways. All right, you're gonna have people stuck in subways. You're gonna have people stuck in elevators, man. All right, and who knows how long. You can't press the fire department because the fire department won't know that you're calling them, man. 911 won't be out of service, so you hit, or even if you're able to call 911, you will be you hit the buzzer line, the busy line, because so many people are gonna call 911. All right, think about all the people that on life support. All right, all the people that need power to live. Okay, it says terrified passengers also had to be rescued from a roller coaster stuck in midair. The Santiago Metro, which transports millions of passengers, was closed and passengers were evacuated from stalled trains. There's nothing, there's no cash, no money, nothing, said Jose Luis Orlandi, who was eating in downtown Santiago when the outage hit. Right, you won't be able to go to the bank, all right, cash out, which having cash would be useful in a crisis like that. All right, but most people keep their money in the bank. They don't keep cash. Okay, most people keep the money in the bank. So what happens? You go to the grocery store to buy them flashlights and buy them batteries, man. You can't because, your card ain't working. Cash only. All right, which is going to resort to people to panic. And not just, buying, panicking over flashlights and batteries, but most importantly, food. Let's not forget about the food in your refrigerator. All right? People are going to resort to canned foods, resorting to non-perishable foods, man. It's going to be utter chaos, man. And that's what elites want. Yeah, we know that this place is going to be digital, but let's not just say the elites can create a chaos where the power goes out for 2 weeks, man. They cut the power out, the power grid for 2 weeks. You had I forgot who said this, but you had an Edomite that mentioned that if America if an EMP attack were to strike America, and within a year, 90% of the American population would die, man. Because a lot of these people are depending on this grid. All right? It says, the agency in charge of Chile's power grid said the power cut was caused by disconnection in the transmission system in Norte Chico region. Hey, just imagine, they hire these terror people to blow up these power stations, man. Or a great cyber attack. Or Esau does their own cyber attack and blame it on the Iranians or the Russians or the Chinese, Or how was it on that? Let's get the scriptures, because, of course, these scriptures come to mind. All right? The first one I'm going to get is 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. And these are all the top of the things to expect. And best believe these things are going to come as a thief in the night, man. It could happen while you're at work. It could be happening while you're at camp. It could even happen during the Passover. Because the Passover is coming up. All right, it can happen when people are watching the game. It can happen when people are out partying. You think, just power will come back on, but when you realize that the power is not coming back on, that's when people start to panic, man. And that's when chaos ensues. All right, so this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 10. It says, "Behold, my people is led to the flock, to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt." Right. And right now, when you go into ancient Egypt, our people, we served about 400 years. We were 400 years of captivity under the Egyptians, hard bondage. In total, we were there for 430 years. All right, when dealing, with Joseph bringing his brothers and his father. All right. But we were dwelling in Egypt in bondage, man, for 400 years, fulfilling the prophecy and fulfilling the prophecy what the Lord told Abraham of what his seeds were gonna be in bondage under the Egyptians, man. All right, and the Lord heard our cries. He fought for us. All right, you read Exodus the 2nd chapter. We read the last verse, 25th. It says that he acted upon quickly in the NOT. He heard our cries and acted upon us acted quickly. And that's why he brought plagues. He first rose up Moses and Aaron and used them as a mediator between, the people in the Most High, used them to speak to Pharaoh. The Most High brought these plagues upon Pharaoh and the Egyptians. All right. Because the Lord wasn't, willing to let his people suffer anymore. But this time, in the times we're in, the Lord's not going to let his elect, because that's who he cares for. That's who he's coming back to save from this bondage, is the elect that are crying day and night onto him. All right. So the Lord's not going to let his people, all right, most importantly, his elect, suffer or dwell in this place, man. He's getting ready to deliver us. But before he delivers us, he's going to bring chaos. He's going to bring plagues. He's going to bring death and destruction. And of course, he's going to deliver us. He's going to deliver us from, all right? Because here in America, this is not our rest. Here in America, we die every day, man. We're in the valley of the shadow of death. We're as prey here, all right? We're like sheep. Literally, we're like a flock led to the slaughter, all right? So it says, but I will bring them with the mighty hand and the stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Right? And this is what Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is getting ready to do. And this is not referring to ancient Egypt, as you may read of this, but it's referring to modern day Egypt, which is America. All right? The Lord is getting ready to deliver us, man. But before he delivers us, he's smiting Egypt with plagues as before. And he's not just going to smite America. He's smiting the whole world as plagues with Egypt, man. You have, in cases in South America, you had rivers turning red. That's a plague that the Lord brought upon ancient Egypt. All right. In this case, darkness is a plague that the Lord brought upon ancient Egypt. And this darkness that the Lord brought upon ancient Egypt wasn't no ordinary darkness, man. This was some out of the world type darkness, literally. All right, we're going to get into it. It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and we destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. Right? All these people are about to mourn real soon, man. All these people are about to be in a pitiful, sorrowful case right now, man. Right now, they're not. Right now, people are happy. People are joyous, even though they're, they still got life going on. They still trying to figure it out for themselves. But right now, everyone's gonna be in a state of panic. But the elect, because we know what time it is. We've been watching. These are the type of things we keep our eyes on, because we consider that these things are gonna happen here. People back in Chile are probably more civil than people here in America, man. Best believe that. All right. But let's get into this plague, okay? The book of Exodus. The 21st chapter. And I think it's the no, it's not the Exodus. It's not Exodus 21. It's Exodus 10 and 21, right? So this is Exodus chapter 10, verse 21. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thy hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt. All right, now think about it, man. If the lights turn off right now, everything's dark, man. You can't see. Not even your phones will be working, man. All right. Just imagine that. It's just completely dark. You have to use flashlights and candles and all that just to be able to see. But the Egyptians, they didn't have that technology yet, man. And even this darkness was literally out of the world type darkness, man. They were able to feel it. All right. It was so dark that the fire that they used as light didn't even let them see. Couldn't even help them see, man. That's how dark it was. All right. Verse 22, and Moses stretched forth his hand toward heaven, and there was a thick darkness in all the land of Egypt 3 days. So just imagine being complete darkness for 3 days, 3 entire days. All right. 3 entire days. All right? Just straight darkness. The sun didn't even give you light. It was just dark. You just sit in the same spot. Didn't know if you're ever going to see again, man. You know? This was a plague. And the Lord's getting ready to do this upon America, man. Because this happened in Chile, but this is just a power outage. This is a power outage, man. You know? But just imagine the Lord, which the Lord is going to do, all right, bring darkness upon here. All right? Just imagine that. The chaos is going to ensue, man. The Lord allows Esau to bring an EMP or just do a cyber attack to temporarily bring the power down. Because I say temporary because they want to bring in this digital system, you know. In order for them to bring in this digital system, it wouldn't be wise for them to, you know, use the EMP, you know. But, you know, it would be wise for them to do something like a cyber attack or turn off the power temporarily just so they can bring in the chaos. Because Esau already knows, man. Esau has scenarios. He has plans. He has, what you call surveys. You know, he has, you know, plans or ideas or, you know, statistics based off, all right, if we shut off the power, this how much people are going to die. This is what's going to happen. This is what people are going to do. All right. If we bring this plague and we create this deadly disease, this is what's going to happen. Is how many people are going to die. They have statistics for everything, man. Okay. So it says, they saw not one another, neither rose any from his place for 3 days, but all the children of Israel had light in their dwelling. So the Egyptians, this was just them. They stood in their place for 3 days, all right? And it wasn't just them. The darkness wasn't the only thing that they had to deal with, man. All right? We're going to get into that. All right? The darkness was not the only thing that they had to deal with. It says, and Pharaoh called unto Moses and said, go ye serve the Lord only. Let your flocks and your herds be stayed. Let your little ones also go with you. And Moses said, thou must give us all sacrifices and burnt offerings, that we may sacrifice unto the Lord our God, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Our cattle also shall go with us. There shall not be an hoof be left behind. For therefore must we take to serve the Lord our power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And we know not with what we must serve the Lord until we come thither. But the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart and will not let them go. And just think about this. With this darkness happened with Chile. This is around the time of the Passover. The Passover is coming up. All right. Same with the rivers turning to red, turning blood over there in South America. It's around the same time of the Passover coming up, man. So that's a sign, man. That's a sign. And let's not forget, you also have a blood moon on the day of the Passover. That's a sign, man. How much more does the Lord got to show you that we're not going to be here for 1,000 goddamn years? You know? Outrageous for a dude to say that, you know? Referring to what Alizé said. But let's get the book of Wisdom of Solomon, the 17th chapter. We'll probably end it here. It's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17, verse 1. It says, for great are thy judgments, and cannot be expressed. Therefore unnurtured souls have erred. For when unrighteous men thought to oppress the holy nation, they being shut up in their houses, the prisoners of darkness, right? They were literally like the darkness was their prison gates, man. Was their bars. They couldn't move because they couldn't see. That's how dark it was. All right? And these Egyptians were shitting bricks, man. They were afraid. All right? And the Lord brought upon the plague of darkness to condemn these Egyptians' gods, man. Each plague that the Lord brought was to condemn and to show the Egyptians, where's your God? That your God ain't here because it's goddamn idols. The plague of darkness was to condemn the sun god Ra that the Egyptians, the sun god Ra that the Egyptians worshipped, man. Where was your god Ra at this time, huh? He should have came in and swooped in like Superman and saved the day and gave you Egyptians light. But where was he? He was nowhere to be found. Why? Because he's an idol. He has no God. There's only one God, and that's Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right? It says, and they fettered with bonds of a long night, lay there exiled from their eternal providence. For while they supposed to lie hid in their secret sins, they were scattered under a dark veil of forgetfulness, being horribly astonished and troubled with strange apparitions. Those are evil spirits. All right? Those are evil spirits. The Lord didn't just struck them with plague of darkness. The Lord opened up these portals and allowed these demons to show themselves, man. Open up the eyes of the Egyptians to see these demons, these strange apparitions, and best believe they were very scary to look upon, man. The Lord got some crazy spirits out there, man. All right, spirits out there that'll probably make you forget who you are. Probably make you shit your pants, literally, man. They say the good saying goes, when you're scared, you piss your pants. But these people, there's spirits out there that can make you shit your pants, man. Make you stay in your place, not even move, because you're that afraid, man. And guess what? That's gonna happen all over again. Just not in ancient Egypt, but the place that is spiritually called Egypt, which is America. The Lord's gonna allow these evil spirits to haunt you people, man. Because you people like scary movies and all that. You like to be scared, man. When it's Halloween, all the bitches like to, dress whorish, be the true selves. People like to dress in costumes and go to horror nights and Knott's Berry Farm horror nights and Six Flag horror nights and Universal Studio horror nights and all that, man. To be scared, for people to, to be scared. But guess what? Like the brother Zion said, the Lord's gonna make America one big haunted house, man. He's gonna release a gang of apparitions to torment you people, man. In the midst of the darkness that he's gonna bring upon you, just like he did with ancient Egypt. All right? For neither might the corner that held them keep them from fear, but noises as of waters falling down sounded about them, and sad visions appeared unto them with a heavy countenance, man. So they went through some crazy shit. Any noise that happened, man, scared because they didn't know what it was. It could have just been a water drop, then that made them afraid, man. Like think about it. It's the middle of the night, right? Let's say you get up to drink some water in the middle of the night. It's dark in your house. All right? You close the refrigerator, which is the only light you probably had at that time. You close it. You're going back to your room and you hear some noise. It's going to scare you. Like, what is that? You hear a cup or a drawer or something drop in your house. Like, what is that? You turn on the light. Like, you see a bunch of mess everywhere. Like, what? Imagine you're in a forest in the nighttime, man. All right, the only light you got is probably your flashlight and the moon if it's out, and the stars. You hear voices, or not even just voices. You hear animals. All right. You hear someone. It sounds like someone's walking. You hear the leaves and the branches breaking like someone's walking on them. And you don't know what that is. Hearing let's say in a safari jungle, you hear lions roar. You're in Yellowstone National Park. You hear wolves howl, man. That's gonna put fear in you. All right. It says, "For neither might the corner that held them keep them from fear, but noises as of waters falling down sounded about them, and sad visions appeared unto them with heavy countenance." Read that in the GNTD version. Verse 4 says, not even the dark corners where they lay could protect them from fear. They were surrounded by horrible noises. Grim ghosts with gloomy faces appeared before their eyes. So not only did they see them spirits are making, probably growling, making, demonic ass noises. You ever see people get haunted and you hear, the demons are probably calling their name in a very demonic voice, man. That's what these Egyptians were going through, and this is what's coming to America. It says, no power of fire might give them light. Going back to what I was saying earlier. All right? They light fire, no candles, no lanterns were able to give them light, man. That's how dark it was. It was so dark that they felt it, like we read in Exodus, the 10th chapter. It says, neither could the bright flames of the stars endure to lighten the horrible night. Only there appeared unto them a fire kindled of itself, and that's a spirit. That's those spirits, man. Those spirits are fire, man. Those spirits, they're fire, man, within itself, man. All right? Very dreadful. For being much terrified, they thought the things which they saw to be worse than the sight they saw not. As for the illusions of the art magic, they were put down, and their vaunting and wisdom was reproved with disgrace. Right? These witchcraft, these people that work, sorceries, man, those they're not gonna be able to save you or save each other, man, or save themselves, because they're gonna be in fear, man. No magic that they could do is gonna be able to stop this. It's gonna be able to stop this. Put them spirits away, chase them spirits away, man. All right. It says, for they that promised to drive away terrors and troubles from a sick soul were sick themselves of fear, worthy to be laughed at, man. All right, they're gonna be laughed at. These witches, you jakes that like to partake in witchcraft, man. That shit ain't gonna save you, man. All right, it didn't save the Egyptians. Okay, so for though no terrible thing did fear them, yet, and these high level witches, people that really partake in witchery, man, they're not scared of nothing, because they do some terrible things, man. They do some wicked things. All right, they do witchery, man. All right, but what's coming to America, man, is gonna put fear in even them. For though no terrible thing did fear them, yet being scared with beasts that pass by, and hissing of serpents. Right, animals that just walk by scared them, man. All right, let me read that in the GNTD version. Even though nothing dangerous had actually happened, they were terrified by hissing snakes and animals advancing on them, man. An animal just passing by. Middle of the night, you don't know. You hear lions roar, snakes are hissing. You don't know where it's at. You can't see it. It may sound so close, but it may actually be far. All right, I believe like with a rattlesnake. Let me see. Let's type this in real quick. Let's type this in. How close are you to a rattlesnake? Yeah, if you hear its rattle, it means you're too close. How far do I need to keep this. Right, based like a couple feet. So you hear a snake's hisses or a rattlesnake rattle. You know, it may sound so close, but it actually may be far. I put them Egyptians in fear, man. Just imagine you in the dark, man. You're hearing dogs. Not just these wild dogs, but you're hearing lions, man. Lions that are supposed to be locked up in the zoo. The Lord opened the gates for them to be loose. You're hearing them roar, man. All right, you're hearing women scream, people begging for help. Man, it's gonna be crazy in these times, man. And this is why it behooves you to get your mind right with Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. The only ones that can be protected is those that are his elect. All right. So I'll end it there. You know, Lord willing, you brothers are edified. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rachak Kodash. Shalom.